Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And no Carter today, but never fear, we are joined once again by our friend, one of my favorite comedians, and one of my favorite just names to say. It's our buddy.
Tony Bartolone.
Tony Bartolone is here. Fuck yeah. Welcome back to the show, man. I have to say, right off the top, woke up this morning and, gun to my head, I would have told you this guy had died a long time ago, but we've got a well-deserved rest in piss. Jimmy Swaggart died today.
Wow.
Jimmy Swaggart, he died at 90. So
it's the 20-year anniversary, I think, of Eddie Guerrero dying.
Oh, well, tear for Eddie.
20 years.
Yeah. See, that's only the good die young situation. This guy lived to be 90 fucking years old. And
what was his heyday?
the 80s. Oh, I'm going to tell you, I don't know, if you've kind of heard about this sort of downfall of all the televangelists, it was kind of like a cascading thing where it all happened at once. So his was kind of after Jim Baker, Jim and Tammy,
and
Tammy Faye.
There's some movies.
Oh, yeah. That's great. I kind of liked that movie.
It was good.
Tammy Faye movie with Jessica
really
Chastain.
And Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot it was him. Yeah.
They were both great in it.
Yeah, they did a good job on this, and this guy factors into that story as well. But if there was ever a poster boy for people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
The only thing about that movie I wish they had, there's that part where there's a bunch of televangelists at a party, and I wish it was like the Weird Al movie where they have that party scene and like Conan's playing Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Paul F. Tompkins is Gallagher. Just a bunch of cameos.
Yeah. So he began his evangelical ministry as a holy roller back in the 50s and 60s. So traveling the country, doing evangelical revivals and that stuff. And he traveled the South before being ordained by the Assemblies of God in 1960. And by then he was already mass communicating on radio stations. He actually bought a radio station and founded his own church, the Family Worship Center in Baton Rouge, back in the early 70s. And by 1980, he had fully switched to television as his primary preaching forum. And so he's kind of one of the pioneers. I wouldn't say he's the first. I would probably give that to Billy Graham, because he was operating out of Los Angeles amongst other places in like the 30s. Yeah, the superstar. Yeah, exactly.
He just like took his name from like the wrestler.
No, the wrestler took his name from Billy Graham.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like,
he
just
definitely
straight up plagiarized a human being.
Yeah, he was like, who's good at talking? Well, Billy Graham's good at talking.
Plagiarized him. His name is his creative property.
Yeah.
God damn it, leave him alone.
Hey, my name has been my name was on an episode of Judge Judy, and
Quit bragging.
What happened?
Stupid. I met a producer from Judge Judy, and I introduced herself. This was a long time ago. It was at a Hole concert. Courtney Love's band.
Yeah. All right.
And I went with my ex-girlfriend, and we met this producer. It was a real odd couple. There was this drunk girl who had been going to Coachella that weekend, and then this like producer who was like a fast talking. She was like tall, professionally dressed.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, I should have given her my card. And then my ex-girlfriend went and gave her my card. And then a few weeks later, I got a few voicemails saying like, hey, I just want to let you know the defendant on Judge Judy's name right now is Tony Bartolone.
Damn.
Okay.
So she just straight up stole my name.
Did you see the episode? What did they do?
I never saw it.
Oh, okay. Damn. Well, so in addition to his nonsense fundamentalist moralizing, Swaggart Ministries was also heavily involved in funding Renamo during the Mozambique Civil War. So that is the fascist, anti-communist wing of not just South Africa, but also Rhodesia at the time. So he was funding a bunch of Contras essentially in Africa.
Shit.
Yeah. So Renamo committed systematic war crimes during Mozambique's 15-year-long civil war. I wanted to quote the good book for the next part, Hosea 8:7, for they have sown the wind, and so they shall reap the whirlwind. So the most famous incidents in Swaggart's ignominious career came in the 80s when he decided to, as I said, throw rocks inside a glass house. In 1986, Swaggart and another Hall of Fame level piece of shit, Jerry Falwell, initiated a series of investigations investigations into the sexual indiscretions of televangelist Jim Bakker. And those investigations exposed Baker's use of $279,000 in church funds to silence a woman that they Bill Cosby'd in the church, along with his TV co-host John Wesley Fletcher. Baker was done, for the moment. He would eventually come back, and now he's still alive somehow, doing his thing. Have you ever seen
Falwell?
No, Baker.
Oh, Baker.
Yeah, Falwell's dead. Pat Robertson's dead, and Swaggart just died. So now Jim Baker, strangely last man standing, and now he's famously, as of about 10 years ago, selling post-apocalypse buckets. Have you ever seen that? Vic Berger, the filmmaker, put together a great little thing called Buckets. That's just Jim Baker stirring approximately 5 gallons of macaroni and cheese in a bucket that you're supposed to keep in your bunker. And he's just it's so much nourishment. It's so much nourishment. It's just like...
This offer comes with 22 buckets, plus a bonus of 6 additional buckets, for a total of 28 buckets.
I want to show you something. All this food is for a gift of $2,500. 8 years.
$2,500 of rice-a-roni, basically.
This is what you should be doing. Wow. John, you come on. You're the right preacher. You told me to do this. Look, they got shovels. By the way, get a shovel.
By the way, get a shovel.
They're stirring the goop with a latrine shovel, what you're meant to dig a literal shithole with when you're camping.
They're foldable shovels. It'll go in your backpack. This is how you dig the latrine.
You said it.
Yeah, it's a multi-purpose bucket. You can stir your food and dig the latrine. So they kicked that guy. They kicked Buckets out of there, and but Swaggart, he wasn't done. He was feeling himself, and he accused fellow Assemblies of God minister Marvin Gorman of several extramarital affairs. Gorman was defrocked from the Assemblies of God, and his ministry was all but ended. But Marvin didn't take this lying down. He sued Swaggart for defamation and conspiracy to ruin his reputation, and eventually won $10 million off of him.
Damn.
But that's not all. Marvin got his son Randy and his son-in-law Garland Bilbo to stake out the Travel Inn in Metairie, Louisiana, and they photographed Swaggart outside of room 7 with a local prostitute named Deborah Murphy. And Gorman arrived at the Travel Inn a short while later and confronted Swaggart. So he basically just popped up and he's like, I'm blackmailing you now, because they're bad at crime. So he told Swaggart that he wouldn't tell anyone if he apologized publicly, and got him reinstated with the church. And he waited 1 full year for Swaggart to respond, and when he didn't, he hand-delivered a note to Swaggart that said, "Your time is up." So, and that's when he snitched on him, and Swaggart got kicked out of his ministry. So the one piece of footage that's probably most associated with Swaggart that, if you've seen anything, you've probably seen this, is the sermon that he gave on February 16th, 1988, in front of his congregation.
I wasn't alive yet.
This one ended up in so many parodies and things like that. Like the idea of a televangelist crying on TV.
I have sinned against you, my Lord. And I would ask that your precious blood would wash and cleanse every stain until it is in the seas of God's forgetfulness.
That, for a wrestling fan such as yourself, Tony, that is indeed the basis of brother love right there. So, yeah, that would be Bruce Pritchard took a look at that and was like, I have an idea. Paint my face red. So they eventually defrocked him, and he went independent, founding the Jimmy Swaggart Ministries. And on October 11th, 1991, Swaggart was driving on the wrong side of the road near Coachella while getting his dick sucked, and he got pulled over by a police officer. And with him in the vehicle was a woman named Rosemary Garcia. She told reporters, quote, "He asked me for sex, and that's what I do, because I'm a prostitute." This time, rather than confessing his sins to his congregation, Swaggart told those at Family Worship Center, quote, "The Lord told me it's none of your business." I was like, that's the one cool thing he ever did. It's like, actually, fucking quit asking me about this shit.
The Lord told him.
Yeah, exactly.
For them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Later in life, he would praise President Donald Trump, even though Trump did make fun of him at a campaign event in Mississippi in 2018. So he's cucked like Ted Cruz, man. Because apparently, I guess the candidate that Trump was supporting, had, been crying on TV, and he was like, he's crying worse than Jimmy Jimmy Swaggart. He's 1,000 times worse than Jimmy Swaggart crying on TV. So, and then he's still riding with him. He died this morning, and his son, Donnie Swaggart, continues his father's shitty ministry at Family Worship Center in Baton Rouge. So, fuck you, Jimmy Swaggart.
Damn, we got to go there.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out to JP Leonard. Great comedy scene down there in Baton Rouge. Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Lafayette. Never mind. Go to Lafayette instead. Great comedy scene down there near Baton Rouge in Lafayette.
I like New Orleans. I've only been there once.
Oh, I just did stand up there. They got a new club called Sports Drink. Can't recommend that enough. It's fucking rad.
Sports drink.
Yeah, it's they have a big wall made out of igloo coolers, those orange igloo coolers like you had at your baseball game
cool,
back in the day, and that's like the backdrop. Small club,
Like
really
the
cool.
backdrop for the stage?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So that's what you're standing in front of doing stand up down there.
Are we going to talk about the pirate band cult?
Oh, I mean,
Apparently, we've caused a rift in the community of the pirate band cult.
So we covered while I was in Auburn, sitting at my parents' house, and a headline jumped out at me in a way that it's rare that I do a legitimate double take, and this was like one of those, like, scrambled my brain for a second, and that was British sea shanty band involved in modern day slavery. And I was like, okay, you've got my attention. And
You know what's fucked is I just did Fringe, and that sounds like the title of like 50% of the shows.
the Fringe Festival. Oh my
Sound
god!
like unfazed.
It was one of those where I covered what was in the news, what was reported, and then I kind of spent a couple hours digging into the Reddit of it all and stuff like that. And just found all this insane shit where basically allegedly a guy from Argentina living in the UK goes to Argentina every year and rounds up like 20 guys, gets them on vacation passports and not work passports, takes them over to the UK. They're all musicians, and tours around as a pirate band, and then basically sends them all home without paying them. And because they're not there on work visas, they have no recourse to sue him in England. And that's the scam, allegedly.
Human trafficking.
Exactly. Yeah, human trafficking.
Guy trying to spread joy through music.
Well, that's what he
Through
claims.
the joy of pirate music.
Yeah, well, that's what he claims. He's like, we're a family. You know, we do everything together. And you're like, sounds like a cult.
He does call it a pirate band, so that implies a crime is happening.
Yeah. I think I called it a pirate band just for the lulz, but it's there's technically a 19th century folk music band, sea shanty band, but
I guess pirate band works.
mean,
pirate band, it absolutely
sea
works.
shanty
Who's
band.
not sea shanting, if not pirate? I mean, they're the
people-
only
Yeah.
sea.
Hey, the people being raided by the pirates, you know?
Maybe,
guess.
Yeah.
the fishermen. And
Yeah. Well, it's
That's actually the worst part of the pirate raids is they interrupt the sea shanty.
yeah. The merchant marines,
they're
I'm
like,
sure.
damn it, we were having a good shanty.
Yeah,
and
it's
then these
fucking-
guys show up.
But yeah,
Jamming on this, I can't think of the name. What's the instrument?
an accordion.
I was jamming on the accordion. Okay.
Not even because it was the squeeze box
Squeeze
one.
box. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I posted that clip on our YouTube channel of us discussing it at great length, and now we've officially been contacted by people who are actually in the UK doing the work to try to like bring this guy to justice, which is pretty sweet.
wow.
He's been reported to like the slavery
like human
network.
rights networks and all this shit.
So you're like a real journalist. Yeah.
Well,
It's happened a couple times where
Yeah.
we've covered a
Something that-
quote unquote cult or something like that, which this pirate band is very similar to.
It's-
And the cult finds it and responds in some way, or we find out through someone who escaped that the cult knows about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not saying this is a cult, it's a sea shanty band.
Well,
you know?
It would make a great documentary or horror movie.
Well, I
Get
was,
this, they would feed him every day, and guess what they would feed him? A sandwich.
yeah, just one.
Just one.
This
Just
was
one.
for a
Fire
day.
Festival diet.
And guess what the sandwiches were? Ham or cheese, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it was one or the other. He couldn't have both, allegedly. But yeah, the guy's name is Captain Nick Moffat, which is not his real name. It's
It's definitely not Chef Moffat.
No.
You know what I'm
Moffat.
saying?
But yeah, there's been there's some people reached out on Discord and got into the YouTube comments. And you're right. It's funny because usually when this happens, it is either it's almost always a cult that we end up talking about. That someone's like, hey, wait a minute, we're not a cult.
Do you think they have like Google alerts set up?
Oh, 100%
for their anything that involves their name.
Oh, they definitely, the old time sailors
are really poking the bear with some of these. I think. I mean, they're not the sea shanty band; they're in a different country.
Oh yeah, I think it's a whale we're poking with the sea shanty band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Shout out to the pirate band if you're listening.
No,
again.
fuck them. Shout out to the other pirate bands.
No,
Shout out to
That was like when I shout out Ryan Upchurch.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to El Pony Pistador. They're the band from Spain that old time sailors keep stealing their shit from. They're plagiarizing El Pony Pistador, and then shout out to the Jack Tars. Their lead singer went off on Captain Nick, but I will say he did not stick closely enough to explaining the details of the situation. He went off course to complain that Captain Nick does non-19th century songs sometimes. So he stopped in the middle of being like, here's the shit that they've done to us, to be like,
doesn't even have any integrity in the art.
That's what he's. And I was like, Tom, get back on fucking course, man.
No,
you're losing us.
No, he knows what's important to him. You know?
Can you believe it? They did a Bouncing Soul song. It's not even from the 19th century.
God.
Yeah. Y'all, it's time for a heavyweight championship throwdown with Low Energy, folks. And this week, I found myself in Boyle Heights, and I just literally stopped to get a drink, and oh my God, I was greeted with something that I thought I was going to have to order online, God damn it, but it was right there at a market in Boyle Heights. Tony, tell them what we got for them.
Blue Raspberry Energy, AI Energy.
That's right, folks.
AI Energy.
Jack's back. Jack Owoc, the creator of Bang and Redline, after going bankrupt, restarted a new energy drink company called AI.
Can I read the ingredients?
Please.
This is a filtered carbonated water.
Okay.
Citric acid, natural flavors. This is where it starts to take a turn. Sodium benzoate. Sucralose, Pinalia gerensis extract.
That's the thing in the womb, I think, right?
Potassium sorbate.
So this was launched in October of 2024, AI energy drink. And also, it's now not just credited to Jack Owoc, but his wife, Owoc. So her name is Meg Liz, and is always referred to as Meg Liz.
All right. Meg Liz.
AI Energy. You and I set the beverage industry ablaze, creating the multi-billion-dollar performance energy drink category.
That's right.
We pioneered emotional and social connectivity, making energy flavorful and fun.
Speaking of cults.
Now I'm stoked to bring you AI Energy, my most brilliant and delicious innovation ever.
Yeah.
Do you think he wrote this, or did AI generate that?
Asked and answered, Sam. This is, first of all, in one post he says, "I'm back, my friends. Please spread the word. I will not be silenced." But on his Instagram, he does have an AI video of him.
We pioneered social and emotional global connectivity, making energy joyous and fun. Now I am stoked to bring you AI.
He sounds stoked.
My most brilliant and delicious innovation ever. A new experience for a new era. AI energy.
Why'd they put him in like RoboCop's body for a second?
None of his face moves except for his eyes and his mouth.
It's not even good AI. Like his body is not moving at all. It's just his mouth.
I still really haven't seen good AI.
No.
Maybe if it was good, I wouldn't even realize it's AI.
There we go. So yeah, this is the blue raspberry, and I just found out.
It's not really very carbonated.
No, and there might be a reason for that.
Because AI made it.
Go ahead and do that. So you got
there's a little bit of bubbles.
Yeah. So Give it a try. Cheers, folks. Here we go.
Smells like blue raspberry.
Very much.
Whoa, weird. It's no aftertaste. That's strange.
And almost no instant taste.
Yeah, it just kind of tastes sour.
I really like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Like a lot.
got to give the devil his due sometimes. Tony likes it.
Compared to like a Bang, it's almost flavorless. And right now I'm drinking a Monster.
Oh yeah, you got the fantasy ruby going on.
And when Tony was reading the ingredients on this, the Monster has way more crazy shit in it.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, yeah.
It just is not very flavorful.
No.
It's not bad at all.
Well, so the
It
reason
tastes like I'm drinking water from a glacier, to be honest.
That's a great commercial right there.
there you go. Yeah, you should do it without moving your body. I feel like I'm drinking water from a glacier. But yeah, this is the blue raspberry flavor. Now, apparently, this is version 1.0. They now have on the website, they don't have this available. They now have something called AI Ultra Dopa. And the flavor is now called Blue Rasp Blast, is what it's called now.
Rasp Blast.
So I, of course, went to Jack's Instagram looking for answers, and this is what I found.
Yes, it's true. It's going to be constantly evolving because science is constantly evolving. And it was already going at an exponential rate. But with AI on top of that, now it has been exploding, and we wanted to introduce these new compounds. People want to know why. Well, I had some exciting ingredients I was researching, and I wanted to get them in the product on the first run. But the first run was so effective, I said, hey, let's just get this out. Consumers want it. Consumers are dying for the former founder of Bang Energy and Red Light Energy, and because of you, sold over $7.25 billion. Thank you. I greatly appreciate. Look, I wanted to put some new ingredients. This ingredient profile on this new AI energy is going to be different from the first one. It's going to be very significantly improved with certain other ingredients that help increase the goal of this product and how I originally found it, and that is increase neurotransmitters, primary focusing on dopamine.
That's right. So it's the new version. We're having
Neurotransmitters.
This is old and busted. The new one has neurotransmitters that were added to the product by, according to him, AI.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It increases your neurotransmitters in your brain transmit like dopamine, serotonin.
Okay.
Right.
So he's saying this is an antidepressant, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
I'm no longer depressed. I didn't really come in here depressed, but I'm really not now.
So there's an ad on their Instagram.
Why did he get kicked out of Bang again?
Oh, they made a bunch of false claims about what was in the product. And they said that the product had super creatine, which is not a thing, and that other companies couldn't compete. And so other companies, specifically Monster, sued him into getting kicked off the board, and now they own Bang. So they got it out from under him. But so this is his new thing, and I like how he's constantly being like, as the former creator of Bang, like this has very chubby checker, let's twist again like we did last summer kind of energy. Like, come on, you like me once, we can make this happen again.
I mean, it's not the worst. It's like when a movie says from the producers of blah blah blah,
Right?
and you're like that almost means nothing. This actually means something.
Yeah, I mean,
this is like directed by
my only issue with it is the sucralose.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only weird flavor in there, I think.
There's a really funny picture of him wearing a horrible suit.
Oh yeah,
on the can.
Yeah, I like that he's got his own picture on the can.
But it also looks like an AI generated photo. I mean, 100%
certainly.
is.
Oh, the hair is 100%,
and so is the suit. You can tell it's looks like a drawn on.
Yeah. Well, so there's an ad on the Instagram where, true to their word, they did make it with AI, and the cans are all fucked up. So the grape flavor says Inape, and the watermelon flavor says Inatermello, and my favorite, the blue raspberry flavor that we just had, is called Blue Nag Piri.
So those are like collector's items. If you get one of those cans,
they're 100% not real. It just shows the cans like kind of like orbiting like a weird iridescent planet, and they programmed, or they got this logo in there, the AI logo, but then they didn't bother punching in, what specifically to write on the can. So that's how you get Blue Nag Piri.
So I guess his new company he's distributing this through is called Neural Nexus.
Yeah.
CPG LLC.
Oh yeah.
Neuronexus.
Yeah. That sounds like something like you would see in a comic book, or it sounds like dumb guy trying to seem smart type talk.
Neuro meaning brain. Nexus meaning
Next.
this is next.
Yeah.
Everybody asked for it. Now you got it. It's old man Jack Owoc coming out of the ocean.
Energy drink. Super excited about it now. It's coming up this month, and it's precisely between my birthday and my wife, my great wife, Meg Liz Owoc's birthday, right in between. We're launching 2 new flavors. You can guess the flavors in the comment section below. You get 10 free cases. Guess both flavors. You get 20 cases.
What?
Love you guys. Appreciate all the support you had for Redline, for Bang, and now for AI Energy.
So I like with this one, too many people told him, like, hey, you doing AI is creepy. You should do a real video as yourself. And he's like, okay, I'll wear a wet white shirt so we can have a wet t-shirt contest with my gray nipples. But
and a backwards hat on only the back of my head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's Jack Owoc and his wife Maglizawalk. Last thing,
Maglizawalk.
the Maglizawalk. Watch out for the Maglizawalk. But last thing I did find on his Instagram, so he had a picture of him posing with a certain Tucker Carlson, and it said, "Another amazing day surrounded by inspiring people. My incredible wife, Maglizawalk, and I had the pleasure of hanging out with Tucker Carlson. Meeting and talking with Tucker was an honor, and his sincerity and genuine kindness are unmatched. He listens intently, makes you feel truly valued. It's a rare quality, especially for someone so well known." And then at the end, he just says, Tucker's national tour with Russell Brand was absolutely unforgivable. Russell Brand closed the show by getting down on his knees on stage and praying with 14,000 of us in the audience. Such a powerful moment. So speaking of creeps in Great Britain, wow, what a closer.
Have you ever seen Russell Brand?
In life? No.
Yeah.
No, I've not.
I saw him do like 2.5 hours.
God.
It was honestly pretty incredible.
Really?
I liked it.
Oh my God. I was done when I saw him on TV for the first time. He had his Robert Smith hair, and he goes, in England, I'm actually very famous. And that's how he started the show. It was like, fuck you. Yeah, I've always been down on that guy. And now that he's, I gotta claim credit here because people that I just made instant fuck this person judgments on, Woody Allen, Radiohead, Russell Brand. Oh, I'm right every fucking time. So if I have an unnatural hatred for you, you're probably either a Zionist or a rapist. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Rivers is just a natural born hater, and
That's
he got it right 3 times.
3 times. Hell yeah. Yeah.
No, I understand. That's a win. That's 3 wins right there.
I mean, it's seriously based on nothing. Woody Allen, I was like, oh, he beat Star Wars for Best Picture. Fuck that guy. Everything he did.
I was a big
sucks.
fan of all of those people.
Oh, same. I'm out on all of them. I was always out. Yeah, I do like that Russell Brand. I mean, well, can't argue that's not a hell of a way to close out a comedy show, is getting on your knees and praying for 14,000 people.
That's
I will say
insane.
I saw Sarah Silverman open for him, and she was way better, and she did like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
She was like a real comic.
Right.
If you're doing 2.5 hours, you're not doing a prepared, concise 2.5 hours. You're up there just bullshitting.
Yeah, what era?
He did probably about 45 minutes of bits.
Yeah.
And,
what era are we talking about?
It
what
was
year?
Katy Perry.
Oh, okay, like 2011, 2012, something like that.
Probably, maybe more like 2014. Yeah, 13 maybe.
Okay, yeah. So before before the heel turn, obviously.
One of the greatest, way before. But one of the craziest things is because he was married to Katy Perry, there were a bunch of preteen girls there. And my favorite part of the whole show was he made like a period joke about Robert Pattinson because he was in Twilight. It was a joke he had for the VMAs, and they wouldn't let him say. And
probably the British VMAs.
This like 12-year-old girl who was there with her mom, like her mom laughed uncontrollably, and she looked at her in like abject horror. It's just like, what?
Shit.
She did not get it, I don't think.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old was at this 2.5 hour Russell Brand
Sarah Silverman show.
Yeah.
Cool mom.
That's a ton. Like they were all over.
They thought they were going to meet Katy Perry.
Because it was like
I guess.
They were Katy Perry fans.
Like she's going to come out and sing or something.
I saw her on the side stage. Like, kind of peek out.
Okay, well, hey, that's all right.
She was there.
She was actually there.
And he apparently picked up Sarah Silverman personally and drove onto the curb while he was driving her over there.
Yeah, he's he's currently in Florida and can't really go back to England because he's wanted for rape over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing real great, and I like that this guy's.
So those are the immigrants that are allowed to be here.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. I was talking about this on the Discord with somebody where I was saying like I think there's nobody Trump loves more than a person with a silly accent that loves him. Like that's his favorite person because somebody was like, "Oh, are they going to deport Russell Brand?" I was like, "No, he loves Trump. He's going to stay. Absolutely. Like he loves that."
That is crazy because like once you get canceled, you have to be alt-right. Like that's the only option left for you.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, the context that we were discussing this was with the aforementioned pirate bands because apparently they, rumor and innuendo, they've been booked to play a show in Florida. And the person in the UK that was in the Discord saying this, I was immediately like, "Oh no, it's Mar-a-Lago! It's 100% fucking Mar-a-Lago. The pirate slave band is going to be playing New Year's Eve with Vanilla Ice at Mar-a-Lago.
The human trafficking going through Mar-a-Lago.
Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this week I discovered that Gillian Anderson of X-Files fame
Hell yeah.
who's now her thing seems to be just like using her celebrity to like get into different business ventures.
She's kind of going Gwyneth Paltrow a little bit. I feel
You
like.
think so?
Like kind of going Goop a little
Goop.
bit. Yeah.
She started an energy drink company called G-Spot.
G-Spot. That's right.
What?
And 3 of them are just like she's shooting for different types of energy drink, and they're not all energy. One of them I think is called Soothe,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
and there's one that's like a energy drink, and then there's one that's called Arouse.
Yes, that's right. There's a horny one.
And it's specifically for women though.
All right.
So I think this is officially, as far as we know, the first female dick pill energy drink.
How excited like are guys who roofie chicks when that drops?
Russell Brand is really
Russell Brand really loves that idea.
He's all about it. Woody Allen, Cosby, Brand, they love him.
But it's hard to, I don't know if we'll be able to get it in America easily. We'll be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
I think that goes off her. She played a sex therapist in that shows Sex Education.
Oh, okay.
Never saw it.
I've never even heard
So I
of that
wonder
one.
if she got into sex therapy based on her character.
Yeah.
I mean, now she's like a model, and she does different stuff that's
then
like
she's-
making money not through acting. It
well,
seems
she's also
like.
on The Crown, which is like one of the biggest shows on
Is
Netflix. Yeah, she plays Margaret Thatcher.
She needs to chill. Why is she working so hard?
Because she's only going to be able to make energy drinks for so long before she's a no one.
I feel like they should have done some X-Files kind of stuff if they're gonna brand it like that.
I was gonna say also, yeah, David Duchovny was a sex addict.
That's right. Yeah. But,
She seems like she's trying to get away from the X-Files.
X-Files.
It's so long ago. Why would she dwell on it?
Rebranding.
no, they just redid
Isn't
it.
there a new one? Yeah.
They just redid it like maybe 2 years ago. They bring
Again?
they bring it back like every 5 years, I think.
I knew they did it in like 2009.
The new one. I'm excited about the new one. Kugler's doing it.
It's doing an X-Files reboot?
Yeah.
What? Fuck yeah. All right.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
I'm
a
into
movie
that.
or a show.
Okay.
I think it's a show.
Damn.
But-
I'm into that. I'm into anything Kugler wants to do.
Did you see Sinners?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fucking
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen that twice now. I watched it
Saw it
once
twice,
in the
yeah.
once in the theaters, and then I got a bootleg copy that we watched at a friend's house over Memorial Day weekend. And unbeknownst to us, at the exact halfway mark of the movie is an ad for a Thai gambling website. And that
Oh
movie.
yeah, I've seen it.
The movie's like
I've
very
seen that ad.
That movie is like very dark, so we're sitting there like watching this scary movie, and then all of a sudden it's like like just this crazy Thai advertisement in the middle. And that was probably the scariest part of the movie.
I can't remember what movie I had that same experience with, but it was definitely like an Oscar bait movie.
Yeah, there's some website in Thailand that's just like, yeah, we'll give you the free screener as long as you're willing to have the shit scared out of you at the exact halfway mark of this film. What are you giving it, Tony? This energy drink, AI, Mr. Jack Owoc and Mrs. Meg Liz Owoc.
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
4 blueberries or raspberries. What was it?
Blue Raz.
Blue Raz.
raspberry.
Yeah, giving it 4. I think I'm at like a 3.75. Because I don't want to give it a 3.5.
I think that's the first time anything's ever gotten that score.
I don't want to give it the full on 3.5 because that's like a lower. But I would, would
3 3/4.
Would I drink that one in particular again? No.
It's not flavorful enough. That's the biggest complaint about it.
But it intrigues me that it's not that bad. So now I kind of want to try the other ones a little bit.
Now that I know it was crafted with AI, I am going to add 5 points for that.
They just like ask AI how to make an energy drink.
That's
Probably.
what they imply in their own advertising. Is they're just like, this was crafted with AI, and then at some point I think I listened to something that said like they said there's adrenaline in this too. I was like, I don't think you could sell that, but maybe.
So wait, we're officially eating AI food right now.
That's what they imply.
God damn it, I hate this segment sometimes.
But like the thing is, like, I think he thinks we don't understand what that means. So he's just like, we did it with AI. And like, he thinks that idiots are going to be very impressed by that.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly using it more as a marketing tool than any useful sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's one of those where if you stop and read into what he's saying, it seems to imply that he's like, yes, we let a robot craft this thing you're drinking.
I like the thinking that he had a bunch of like AI kitchen appliances and he had to try them to make the energy drink.
Yeah.
Like an AI blender and AI fucking...
Yeah. And he's got a chef with like 8 fingers.
Whatever that thing they make like sundaes with at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, the McFlurry machine. Yeah. Fuck yeah. What you giving it?
Me? I was going to give it a 3.
Yeah.
Because it's just not interesting. There's nothing knocks your socks off here. It's not bad, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But it's not good enough for a 3.5
It has, I will say it had no aftertaste, which
it doesn't. I still have a little bit left, and I'm sipping it as we're talking. It's not bad.
That was always my complaint with Bang. Was it had ironically, the super creatine, the thing he got sued over. That is what tasted so shitty in Bang.
I get
and this one.
The sucralose is a little aftertaste, but it's not...
Yeah, if you're used to drinking,
minimal. If you're used
to drinking energy drinks, then you don't even notice that shit at this point. It's just kind of like,
that's part of the flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 3. It's not particularly bad, but there's nothing that's going to keep me coming back to this product.
Yeah, well, like I said, I want to try the other flavors, especially now that they've retooled them. As he said, like, we've got new ingredients that I was holding back, but now we're unleashing it. So
that's another. I do healthy energy drinks sometimes.
Oh, really? I don't like those. They taste bad.
What, Sambazan and Guru?
I guess Celsius is the most, but I don't do that.
That's not a healthy one.
It's I don't know. It's a whatever random they have at grocery outlet. That's what I get.
So you like to get a little. You like to get a little drink on the way.
You got to
out.
get cheap with it. That's your thing.
Sometimes tea drinks or coffee drinks.
That green tea extract's bad for you.
Oh, yeah. And apparently it's bad for the environment, according to Owoc and Meglizawok. They say that on the website, that the quote-unquote natural caffeine is...
AI is good for the environment.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly. It's completely undone by the fact that they're using AI. So our co-host emeritus, Dr. Pat Riley, texted me early 2 days ago and just said, hey, have you ever looked up Ric Flair on r/Tampa? And I
no, because why would I do that?
I had not, but I immediately reached over, pulled up the phone, and started looking. And boy, what a wonder of delights, because Ric Flair is a fucking menace on the streets of Tampa, folks.
Excellent.
Last week, someone named Honcho Poncho 824 posted in our Tampa the following question: does Ric Flair keep coming to your restaurant and shitting himself? And he says, the man has shit himself.
That seems like it would be fake. But then you think about what you've seen Ric Flair do on these videos of him being drunk, and you're like, that seems actually within reason.
Right.
We've seen him shit himself in promos before.
Yeah, well, and also, and that's like when he was younger. I mean, now you combine his old age, just the incontinence that comes with the passage of time, plus the incontinence that comes with being a fucking alcoholic, then it makes perfect sense. This guy in the post says, this man has shit himself like 6 times this year. Drunk as fuck at bars and other restaurants in Tampa. He gets thrown out of places on Water Street all the time. Anybody in the service industry have to deal with this shit too? So this is not...
Oh my God.
This is not in Squared Circle. This is not in some Reddit about wrestling. This is in the Tampa, like, civic discussion, like, of being like, the pothole on 8th Street is bullshit.
And you know it's someone who doesn't really know because they spelled Rick with a K.
With a K. I was just about to point that out. That is the number one indicator. This is just a real dude. It spells it R-I-C-K Flair.
6 times, that's one person witnessing 6 times.
Yeah, I think I think I figured out, allegedly, there's a
Allegedly. You have to say this with someone who's not shitting their pants.
No, not about that, about his whereabouts and where he lives, because I saw somebody saying that he lived at a building in Tampa called the Heron, and another saying that he lived above the bar called the Pearl. So I don't know if those are the same place, perhaps, but
he could have multiple residences.
Yeah, probably needs them. But he asked the question, anybody in the service industry having to deal with this? And I got some of the answers here. 8600 RPM says, I've seen him at the Battery in Sparkman a couple of times. The mood of the employees when he showed up said all I needed to know. So he just walks in and every employee's like, oh, fucking Christ.
And for some reason, he's not banned from these places.
Well, I read a lot of accounts of him tipping people. Sometimes he gets so shit-faced, he tips people like $1,000.
Oh, yeah, you can't ban that guy, unfortunately.
No.
I'd take it.
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
Yeah.
Also, I would love that to happen just to be able to tell the story.
I mean, if you're a server, that's like more money than you'd make in like 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah. This guy, Alvade, says, I saw him at the Pearl when I was visiting Tampa. I wanted to go up to him and let him know that I was a big fan growing up, but he was smashed and talking loudly to these women and the bartender. I just decided to let it be, but I did overhear the bartender tell him that he was way too drunk, and he looked at her dead in the eye and said, I can afford to be drunk. This guy, Wilt Snuck, says, getting a dick pic from Ric Flair is a rite of passage for female service industry workers in the downtown area. I know at least 2 who've gotten them.
Oh, God.
And someone replied to that, shit, I've been flashed before by him, and it's awful. Which,
so he's still just whipping his dick out.
Yeah. And if people aren't, I was going to say wrestling fans, if people don't know, Ric Flair allegedly has a gigantic dick, which at this point is got to be just wrinkled and fucked up, so who knows.
Yeah, he was famous for the helicopter.
Yeah, that's right. So all of this led me to another post from somebody named Worldly Parfait titled, anyone else pick up Ric Flair off the sidewalk today? Just me? All right. And he says, I was just walking by and a man was on all fours with a shopping bag in his hands outside of the Pearl. It was like 15 feet away, and I saw the back of his hair, and I said, oh, man, is that Ric Flair? And sure as shit it was. I got him up, and he went back inside. No woos.
Oh, God. So he's just like a fall down. Like, has he spent all his money yet?
Well, based on the fact that he keeps tipping people $1,000, I guess that.
But that's exactly how you lose your money.
Very true.
Well, he did come out with the energy drink.
A Woo Energy.
Recently.
Oh, believe me, I tried to when I decided I wanted to cover this. I was like, I wonder if I can find that in LA anywhere. But you got to get it like shipped.
Who'd have thought when we were like 10 years old that like Ric Flair would have a fucking energy drink and Hulk Hogan would have a beer.
Yeah. Well, an energy drink with mushrooms in it too, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. It's got low grade psychedelics. It's a adaptogen drink, our favorite. Right. But yeah, so that guy was telling the story of picking up Ric Flair on the ground. Here's some responses. BSEP4 says, I saw Ric Flair at the Pearl at the soft opening. He's a fucking lunatic. And then he posted a picture of him in front of the Pearl wearing flip-flops and waiting across the street and wearing his own merch, which which shout out. That's the most wrestler move fucking ever. And I do because that was one funny thing was people would be like, "Oh, that's lame, wearing his own merch." I was like, "It's free."
Yeah,
and he's a wrestler, so he balls out where he can, but he's still pinching pennies, no reason not to. One commenter claims that Rick in fact lives above this bar, like I mentioned, and just as proof of this, if you go to the Google reviews for the Pearl, there are 3 pictures with Ric Flair visible just in the background. They're not pictures of Ric Flair, they're pictures of the bar that the reviewer has posted, and seemingly he's on the corner of the image. He's not the focus. So it's just like, oh, here's the bar. And if you notice, it's like, where's Waldo? You're like, that's Ric Flair. And he's in 3 pictures in this bar. Yeah. I guess I'm blowing up his spot, but another claims to...
I mean, that's cool if you want to go meet this fucking psycho, I guess.
Oh, I mean, just don't follow him to a second location and don't be a woman. Yeah. Another person claims to have seen Rick on his boat, which I was like, they shouldn't give him any vehicle to drive, but especially a boat. And of course, the boat is called Woo! That's the name of the boat. This guy, Trickle Adventurous, says, "Tonight I sat next to Ric Flair as he had a long conversation with his 3 young chicks about his balls."
Oh, God.
So, yeah, allegedly, apparently, he's
His
been
3 young chicks.
their OnlyFans models that he's paying for to hang out with him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Again, that's just what they're saying. Some have claimed. This person who deleted their name, but their comment remains, like Metallica. The memory remains. They say, "He's a fucking douchebag and wanted my date when I saw him there. He looked her in the eyes and said, 'What are you doing with a guy like him?' And in that moment, I learned why they say don't meet your heroes." So that's the news from Tampa from this year, all of that stuff.
Wow.
We got Ric Flair, but he had a similar incident not too far up the road from Tampa in Gainesville, Florida, last year, almost exactly.
I remember this.
I don't think we covered it on the show, or at least not in detail, so I figured might as well put this here. So this is... I guess this is what you call a pattern. This is Alistair McGeorge writing for metro.co.uk, which I don't know if there's a better name for an English journalist than Alistair McGeorge, but he says...
Ali.
Yeah, Ali. So WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair has been seen on camera seemingly slurring his words and arguing with staff at a restaurant in Florida. The 75-year-old retired wrestler revealed over the weekend that he had been asked to leave Paisano's Stone-Fired Pizza in Gainesville over a row with the staff at the establishment. In a post on...
it's one thing to get kicked out of like a place that's a bar.
Yeah,
but getting kicked out of a restaurant, that's like a whole new level of like fucking demented.
And it's like a pizza place too. You're just it's fucking
Seems
hilarious.
what he likes, restaurants that serve alcohol.
Yeah. The Pearl looks pretty nice, by the way, based on the Google review pictures I saw. So I assumed it's probably a restaurant too. But anyway, in a post on Twitter, Flair claimed that he spent $1,500 only to, quote, be disrespected more than I ever have in my entire life after being told to leave over an issue with the kitchen manager taking too long in the bathroom. Footage from the alleged incident has emerged on social media showing Flair stood at the counter fighting with members of staff. He says, "Well, I didn't do anything wrong except spend money and put this place over and bring my family and friends here. This is bad for you. Just watch social media."
I lost matches for this restaurant.
I just love a drunk guy being like, "You just wait and watch social media." He then asked his name and called the employee a dickhead, with the man responding, "You don't have to call me that." Then, turning his attention to a female member of staff on the other side of the counter, Flair said, quote, "I'm going to give you $1,000 tip just to say to him, 'Kiss my ass. You're disrespecting me. You're telling me to leave.'" And then the guy says, "I'm not telling you to leave. We're just telling you that you're cut off." He then points to another staff member and says, and this is the greatest quote ever, "This guy and I are cool. She and I are cool." And then along comes the Egyptian.
Oh my God.
Is the guy Egyptian?
No! I don't even think he just looks like a white guy.
Explain to people what put over means for a non-wrestling fan.
It means to big up, to give respect, to, in the parlance of wrestling, to win a match, or to lose a match, I should say, would be to put somebody over. So if Tony and I are going one-on-one, if I put Tony over, it means he's going to beat me in the ring.
So saying that about a pizza restaurant is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, yeah. He's like, Like
He
I
thinks
talk
he's
you
in the
up to
locker
people.
room.
Yeah, it's like
Like-
saying big ups, or like it's a
You
compliment.
gotta go to this pizza place, man. It's so fucking good. There's this fucking Egyptian guy though.
What? And just like that, like it's already bad, and then he just brings race into it.
Yeah.
It's the classic. You're
mean,
cool. Fuck
was-
you.
He was literally drinking during his documentary interviews.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, he's the guy who probably gets the shakes if he doesn't have his morning booze.
Yeah, definitely. This is my other favorite. He said to the same guy, "I'll say it again, you're a dipshit," he added before the first worker told Flair to get out of here right now. And he says, "I'm leaving, trust me, and I won't be back." And invites the guy to step outside with him to fight. And he says, "I'm not going to do that because I'm on the clock," the man responded. Flair, laughing, says, "Of course you are. You're on the pussy clock." It's fucking...
A good line. Sometimes these drunk guys are such in a different realm of reality. They hit you with a line no sober mind would ever think of.
I mean, that's Ric Flair. His whole career is on this different plane.
Hey, people say he always does the same promo. You've never heard pussy clock? That's new.
Clocked in being a fucking pussy,
He
motherfucker.
didn't say styling and profiling once in that promo. That was brand new shit.
And then in the video, there's a customer that's like getting irritated by how rude Ric Flair's being. He's like, "I'll fucking fight you in the parking lot."
Yeah, exactly.
And then the other staff's like, "No, just don't do that."
Yeah, I saw that last match with you and Jarrett. And
Then he
Lethal.
starts getting to it with the customers and classic Ric Flair.
Just completely blown up from drinking.
Yeah. Hopefully, Rick can get your shit together. But boy, that all sounds bad.
He's 76. He's not changing.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe he'll be...
He's gonna find
I mean,
God.
That's
He
what I'm
already-
saying. He'll get on that Hogan track.
He already had that heart event.
Yeah, and they very clearly told him to stop drinking, I'm sure. But there's always a chance he'll get on the God train. He'll get on or hell, maybe... The weird thing with Hogan is he married a damn Scientologist and then became an evangelical. And you're like, what are you...
Well, he became a Scientologist also.
But potentially.
he?
That's what I assumed.
I
Is that
heard
how he got
yeah.
invited to the RNC?
I mean, I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
just did that himself.
Yeah, he just did that on his own. We covered it when he got engaged to the Scientologist and talked about it, but I never saw any kind of follow-up, so he might be a crypto Scientologist, but he's definitely a active born-again guy now, selling all-American beer and getting booed out of Los Angeles.
Have you tried the beer?
I have not. I haven't even seen it out here anywhere.
I haven't either. I don't drink.
Yeah, I like the Stone Cold American Lager. I've tried that one, but I haven't
yeah.
had the Hulk Hogan one.
Yeah, I've seen the Stone Cold one and not the Hulk Hogan one.
Yeah, I've had both, and I'm not a big IPA guy, so I don't... The original Stone Cold IPA is not my favorite, but the lager is good. It's a good, like, lawnmower beer, we used to call that.
Yeah. I gotta get some of that.
Yeah.
It's got to be the wrestler beer. It's
gotta be.
I don't drink the regular stuff.
I don't.
Well, I mean, if it comes to wrestler beer, you gotta go Stone Cold.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I assume the fucking Hogan one is like Bud Light.
Yeah. I'd take the... Yeah.
The Undertaker's about to sell wine or something.
he's already got wine.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
we-
did the Undertaker wine.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a WWE.
Yeah,
Produced.
it was we covered that during the Corona Diaries because they had Ultimate Warrior wine and Undertaker wine.
Oh,
And
fuck
then
yeah.
NFTs.
Yeah, they already did that. That came and went. Yeah. Man.
I met someone the other day, and he's a comics. I won't say his name, but he lost a bunch of money on NFTs. And there's two of them there, and I was just like, I felt bad for him, but it was hard not to just be like, what the fuck were you
I
thinking?
got 3 NFTs that someone gave to me. I did a crypto show, and someone in the audience gave me NFTs. I did like a bit about how poor, how poor I was, and I was saying like I'm probably the poorest person in this room and stuff. And at the end of my set, I passed out a QR code to my Venmo. So I guess he was on that tip. He gave me some NFTs.
Can you send NFTs through Venmo? That should be illegal.
I had to set up. He talked me into. I had to set up a Vesper wallet and everything.
Jesus Christ, that sounds so. How much are they worth?
They go up and down. I haven't checked in a while, but
Like $1.
They started about like $30, I think, or $20, and then they at their peak went up to like 75, and now they're probably they're probably about $40 or $50.
Yeah, sell all those. What the fuck are you thinking?
Well, I'm gonna hang on to them and see what happens.
See if it's like Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
And they come back.
Pokemon cards.
Once the traditional economy collapses, I might need those NFTs.
Yeah. The NFTs are going to be what cash is now.
Those Goatia, they're goats.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like the board monkeys, but they're goats.
Oh
God.
Jesus.
The illustrations are cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well,
That's good.
I'll be sure to right-click them and save them as a JPEG.
In the words of so many beautiful young women around the world, I'm just plain hot for days. I'm Ric Flair. I'm the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. This is a man's sport. Remember, girls, remember, when Ric Flair's in town, showtime! Woo!
The world heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
We're coming
Woo!
right back.
Is This Is Rad still happening at this point? Or are they still uploading episodes?
I think it comes out in real time as we record tomorrow. By the time this drops, it will have been out for 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think they're dropping it as 2 parts tomorrow morning or tonight at midnight.
Kyle's podcast?
Yeah, last episode, me and Sam and Carter, and we recorded for like 7 hours. And so that's going to be the last episode of This Is Rad.
Let's steal their weekly rad.
Yeah.
segment. I see no reason not to.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's do it. What's your weekly good, Sam?
I'm going to go with the OJ the Juice Man freestyle from back when he was hanging out with Gucci Mane in a backyard.
Ooh, okay.
I was listening to that. It's a good one.
Hey, man, I come from a long line of dope runners. Posted up on the crest, nigga, bricks and pound, homie. Yeah, you can see me all day. Street light on the off, dog, I'm still serving yay. Nigga, I bought myself an ice chain, did it with no advance check. Bust a whole brick down, now I got them bands. That nigga don't give a fuck. Posting with a Glock 40, see the cab counter, nigga run, cause it's hot summer. Young Juice do the damn thing, gold grill dog, all about selling cocaine, a distributor, a real life dope runner. Put me on the crash, dog, I do numbers. Me and Shawty Low, he got it for the LO, I get him for the dub, nigga, that's a big capo. And nigga, yeah, Juice push elbows, pills and shit, dog, I push real coke. Shit come with stamps, shit be straight fish scale. Put me on the block, dog, I'm straight doing the triple bean scale.
I'll jump right on the back of that. The new Clips singles that have dropped have both been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Tony?
I've been in Fringe, so it's like kind of all consuming, and so I saw this show Murder Oops.
That was a Fringe?
The Molly Sharp won an award for last night, and that was a feel good moment.
Nice.
She won like best comedy at Fringe.
What is it? Tell them about it.
It's literally like it's kind of like watching a girl and like a lonely child in their room playing, but it's she does all the characters and everything. It's her lover or whatever gets murdered, and then she she starts having sex with the guy who murdered him, or like they start making out, and then she basically just starts making out with every character that enters, and it's just a unhinged, funny, full commitment to like this like stupid idea. And probably the horniest show in Fringe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it won Best Comedy. And
that's cool. That's rad. I mean, that's good.
That is good. That's good. We love it. Yeah.
And those are the community awards. There's 2 kinds of awards in Fringe. And the community awards are actually voted on by people who see shows.
The people's choice.
Yeah.
So the other awards are like, they have a committee or their own judges or whatever. But
well, that's cool.
Have you watched, just real quick to go back to the clips, have you watched any of No Malice and Pusha T's interviews over the past week about the new record?
No, I haven't.
God bless Pusha T, because it's just nice to just see a man who is so confident in his abilities and does not give a single fuck at all doing interviews. So the most recent diss track that they put out was towards Travis Scott, and as much as I enjoyed the Kendrick versus Drake thing, Kendrick doesn't do interviews and he doesn't talk, so you're always just like, you have to decipher his shit. Pusha T's just like sitting there full HD on 4K, just being like, yeah, we were trying to make a song, and Travis Scott, I think he said he came into the studio and did his fucking monkey dance. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Now I want to see the dance.
And well, I think it's what he does on stage, where he's like hopping on one foot and does this thing.
Oh, God.
And because he played them a song that he had done with Drake that dissed Pharrell, the one that Kendrick references in Euphoria, like, quit pushing P, I'd like to see you push a T, that shit. But they cut out the part where he dissed Pharrell, and they're like hanging out with Pharrell. So they play him the song, and they're all like basically in their work mode trying to write this album. This dude that they don't even really give a shit about, they're not mad at him, but they're just like this annoying, because they're in their like 50s. Like, No Malice, I think, is 51 or something like that.
Really?
Pusha T's like 49.
Yeah.
They're very old, and they're still badass, but this like young kid shows up at Pharrell's studio in Paris and is annoying the shit out of these guys and playing him this song. And I think they would have just let it slide, except that when the song is finally released, they find out that they had cut out the part where Drake talks shit about Pharrell.
We don't even want you here, to be honest. Like, we're not here to hobnob with any rappers. And I personally don't like rappers who don't rap.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear that. So, to come and interrupt the session, to do something backhanded and backbiting, and he was even instrumental in the whole beef. Now, the Like That verse,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Egging that on. I don't want nobody who don't rap to egg nothing on. You don't rap. Stay out of rappers' business. You specifically stay out of rappers' business.
Right.
So Pusha T makes this entire diss track where he has a whole thing where he's going in on the guy. And
nice.
Normally, like I said, with last summer, with all the Kendrick and Drake disses, you have to get online and figure out like, ooh, this is a reference to this. With Pusha T, they've just been giving interviews all week, and they're just like, that guy annoyed the shit out of us. Like, we fucking hate that guy.
That was another, actually, Night of Champions was dope.
Oh yeah, Night of Champions.
That was on Saturday.
Yeah, it was dope. I did find it just beyond annoying that they planted a fan for CM Punk to give an apology to about tweeting about Saudi Arabia.
But the show from bell to bell was a good show.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Hell yeah.
Are your weekly goods, folks?
Weekly goods. So
shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle. I'm gonna have to clear this segment with him and make sure it's cool.
Give us your blessing, or we're gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta squash this beef. I'm trying to go squash this beef. Hold on. But because what I think is where they think that you went too far.
I don't care.
I
don't care. Oh. There is no too far. I don't play like that. That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
There is no too far.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
Forever.
Is there any
Leave
time?
Leave it alone. Leave me be.
I worked a temp job this weekend checking IDs at a rave downtown LA.
How was that?
That's cool.
It was fine. I forgot to bring my souvenir for you.
You forgot to bring your cat ears and your glow sticks.
Well, they did.
Pacifier.
They gave me a sprout, and that's the thing they do. It's like a little plant sprout on a clip or a sticker or something, and you put it on your clothes or in your hair.
Wait, is it like an actual plant?
It's like a fake plant.
Oh, okay, right on.
And someone gave me one of those. There's a lot of teenagers.
Yeah.
It was an 18-plus event. A lot of teenagers, young 20-year-olds. A couple 60-year-olds showed up. All the people who were temp checking IDs were insane, of course, as you would expect. People who have that job. There's people who definitely took it way too serious.
Do you have your guard card, or is it?
No, I had to have the RBS, the alcohol service card, to do this.
Okay.
But There's guys that I could tell would go home after their like shitty 5-hour shift checking IDs and like tell their family like, oh yeah, I did a lot of important stuff today. Like that type of guy.
Yeah,
you know, we're at the menial like shitty job that thinks it's important and that he's important.
Yeah. Did you end up, because you texted me asking for a fanny pack, and I offered up, I of course offered up the championship belt that we keep our ungodly concoctions in, but apparently this doesn't qualify as a fanny pack.
I don't know. After going, some people didn't, they weren't very strict on the fucking rules.
Okay.
And we weren't actually in the festival, so I don't know why they gave a fuck for us. But
Yeah.
You know what's fucked?
I got a girl purse that looks like a girl purse and makes me look like a girl.
Nice. Hey, that works.
And I got made fun of by one of the other coworkers.
Well, gender is a construct.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's
you've
what I
heard.
told her.
Come on.
Yeah.
I told her gender's a construct. No, I didn't. There's a guy who was like hitting on the girls coming through. He had this little plastic duck and he kept being like, before you go, you got to pet my chicken.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
then he kept asking people, instead of just giving people a wristband when they're 21,
Yeah.
I mean, he would sit there and like stand back for a second and be like, so you gonna drink tonight? And it would just like confuse everyone. And
it just slows it down.
He's just making conversation.
yeah, like you could tell there's people who just like literally are losers and their social interaction is only at work.
That's sad. I relate.
And then he would also be like, so how much we drinking tonight, ladies? Like to like girls who are coming up.
Yeah.
There's one woman who was literally insane. They had to put these wristbands on us that designated we were workers, so we could just walk around to any section.
Yeah.
And I saw her get hers put on, and she lifted up her sleeve, and she had like at least 12 other wristbands from other festivals
sure.
she's worked,
Oh,
and
sure.
they're
Like
varying like degrees of brown and gray. Like she had
Were they
some
like
of,
the paper kinds too?
some of them,
Okay.
yeah. And they
What
just
if she's too feeble just to get them off?
and you could tell it's her whole life. She probably walks around and like shows them to people. She's the one who's like, yeah, check IDs. You know, it's really important. You got to make sure everybody has a good experience with the festival safe. You know, insurance, $1 million. You know, the whole thing could get shut down if we're not doing a good job. You know, that's very important. You know, like that.
God.
When at the beginning, when the supervisor was like, giving us instructions, she kind of went and stood next to the supervisor and tried to like face the semicircle as if she was also in charge.
Shit.
This like bald-headed, like kind of cholo Mexican dude would stand there, and when people walk up to give me his IDs, he'd be like, I'm on break, fool. What are you doing? And then the guy would try to give someone else's ID, and he'd be like, dude, I'm just kidding. What are you? Come on, dude. I'm just messing around with you, dog. And no one found it funny ever, and he kept doing it.
I love people bombing in real life. That's like the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he was killing, though, and it's like a bad comic. He's killing in his own mind,
Yeah.
so he's not going to stop. He's just going to go pedal to the metal with it.
I never got that like delusion when I don't understand like someone who bombs and doesn't like when I bomb it just hurts. like how do you not?
Well, there's some people who don't accept reality in any circumstance.
Yeah.
And that's what we forget sometimes about these people, that the rest of their lives also
Do you
is
think
lived
that's-
in a delusion.
Do you think that's like a sociopathic thing?
I think it's sometimes a neurological thing, sometimes a purposeful delusion for getting by, kind of masking to get by with the situation they're dealing with in hopes they'll turn it around, or I
You
don't
had
know.
to be somewhat delusional to keep doing it.
Oh, fuck yeah, you do. I honestly was like, the people there won't be that insane. I was stupid. I was like optimistic to be like, the people checking IDs down there won't just straight up be crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then a lot of them
Where
were
did you
fine.
find the joke? Was this a
Craigslist.
Craigslist, yeah. So yeah, absolutely, got to be crazy from that.
A lot of people will just walk into a place that's like 18 plus and just be like, I don't have an ID.
Yeah,
And sometimes, like, the supervisor, I heard him talking to people like this, and if the person could prove they've, like, renewed their ID on the DMV website or something like that, they would let them in. Or if they had, like, a story or made some sort of effort to prove they were of age, they would let them in. But if you just walk up and you're like, I have no ID and no excuse, and people, and then they would expect to get in, and I never told anyone they couldn't get in. I would always just be like, talk to this other guy because he might let you in anyways. I don't gonna fucking care.
Yeah. I've had expired ID since October, and it's less than a year. But I just had to get one for work, and I literally at leaving the house it came. So all this ID talk is like.
So now you're really excited to use your new valid.
And getting like a
lot of people have expired IDs too. Which I definitely cared about.
Like
I definitely was enforcing the fuck out of that.
You got to pay $40, so it's like, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I got the gold. What is it? The gold star thing that you got a real ID thing that you got to fly with now. I got that.
I need to.
A lot of people don't have that. Also,
Oh, I know.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
I was talking to my coworker the first day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a real ID." It came up
so it's
somehow.
basically equal to a passport.
No, only it's only good for America.
Yeah, but it's you can travel if you don't have that, then you have to have a passport to travel now. So
show your papers.
So
yeah, I don't have a passport.
Anyways, he said he
even
didn't
on a Greyhound. You think?
No. What?
Oh, okay.
Did you ever have to show ID to get on a Greyhound?
No.
Yeah. I think that's the whole point of the Greyhound is to go a rambling and an ambling, right?
Anyways, the guy said he didn't have a real ID because he had no plans to leave California ever. And
all right, fair enough.
He said when he thought about flying somewhere, he would. That's when all the like media plane crashes started happening where they're all super covered by the media,
you could drive to Mexico from here.
Hey, don't assume that's where you wanted to go, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to leave the country, there's another country right close by.
What about a boat? I'm gonna build a boat and leave on a boat.
Also, people would come up with Mexican and Canadian IDs and present them like driver's licenses.
Yeah.
And we would be like, we can't accept this because we don't even know what the fuck this is supposed to look like.
Right.
How do we even verify this is real? We literally have.
Yeah.
We can't even keep track of the 50 fucking IDs we have to keep track of.
Right.
And then they would be shocked that we would. And could you imagine being American and going to a foreign country and presenting your driver's license and then giving them attitude when you don't take my fucking U.S. ID here? Are you fucking serious? Like they were getting like that. It was like, are you serious? I just couldn't imagine going to like they were literally saying things like it's a government issued.
Yeah.
It's from like imagine being in Europe and be like it's from America. You have to take it. It's so crazy.
Do either of y'all remember either your or your friends' names that were on fake IDs when you were in high school?
No.
I never had one.
Did you ever have a friend who had one? Because I had my buddy AG on his ID. He was Robert Lamonte, which is nowhere near close to his actual last name, but that was always very funny to me.
The guy who I was working with the second and third day kept like, you get in such a mode of just IDing people and giving them the wristband that it's easy just, make mistakes.
Right.
But he kept doing it. I would see him ID an 18-year-old and then give him it back and then just be like, okay, give me your right wrist, and then put on a 21 plus wristband on some like 18-year-old just because he was too in the regimen of doing that over and over again. And then I'd see like their friends behind like trying to hide their excitement, like, oh my god, she's getting a wristband. And it was really hilarious. And I saw him do it at least like 3 times, so I'm sure he did it like a million fucking times.
But you rejected fully of age Mexican citizens.
Yeah, you had. I mean, you're not supposed to take it.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, if you have a picture of your passport and one of those IDs, they'll let you.
Yeah.
It's so easy to Photoshop anything, a picture of a passport and just a piece of plastic that we don't know what the fuck it looks like anyways.
Right.
Some IDs from some states are like designed like they're meant to be fakes. Like they're like black and white pictures you can barely fucking see, and they're kind of blurry, and there's no sort of like hologram or reflective anything on it, you know.
Yeah. It's not like the California one where you can hold it up and there's a bear.
They're like lined notebook paper.
Yeah, I swear. Some of them are like, this is crazy.
Iowa, and it's misspelled.
Or Arizona IDs or licenses are good for like 70 years. So people just have their like 16-year-old picture on their driver's license.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Arizona for one good thing you do that's actually dumb as hell.
Yeah, it's terrible for security purposes, but very funny. That's also it's great because all of the old people that live in Arizona, their Facebook pictures are them from when they were 17 or whatever, and they're actually 62.
Didn't they also get rid of daylight savings? Or
yeah, they don't have daylight savings, and they really fought hard against Martin Luther King Jr. Day as well. And they got Joe Arpaio, just a buffet of duty over there.
Trump tweeted, maybe it was Veterans Day. He tweeted less paid holidays.
Yes, hilarious. Yeah, he's losing his edge, folks. Doesn't know what people want. No, it wasn't for Veterans Day. It was for Juneteenth.
Oh, Juneteenth.
Yeah, of
that
course.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was naturally for Juneteenth. It's like, who is mad at time off? You're a fucking psycho if you are. Actually, probably the people who ran the crypto show that paid you in NFTs. They're mad about time off.
From Mar-a-Lago golf course.
Yeah. Listening to the old time sailors.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I got the best part of that. I got to cancel 2 shows so I could do that fucking job.
Jesus,
I had been doing this Fringe festival, and I'm not doing my own show this year.
Hollywood Fringe, shout it out! Come on,
yeah, Hollywood Fringe Festival. It's a great festival. A ton of fun, fresh, creative energy always, and
hell yeah.
But like people are so fucking serious about their shows and stuff. It's so I don't know. Just a month of that, I really want to talk to like the crazy people who are taking the IDs or like just like working class normal people.
Yeah. I went to my friend, and you were there. I went to my friend's Fringe show, Adam Macias.
Oh yeah.
And when you go, you have to like get a comp from the website to like ensure you can get in. And when you're on the website, I think it just shows you a random link at the bottom, just some random Fringe show.
Well, yeah, they paid for an ad on the website.
So I clicked on it, and it gave me the description, and it was like the most like hardcore, like an actress in 1939 Berlin is trying to get on the show, but they left her name off the bill, and her manager wants her to not do it, but she's dealt with so much stuff like rape and assault and just all these like horrible
she
things.
Must be present for the invasion of Poland.
The amount of shows that were just trauma dumps about being an actor. Fuck. And some of them were good. Like some of them I really relate.
The Hollywood Fringe Festival. You don't say.
Right. But it is just crazy. Like I think every show I watched was about that.
When I was watching the show, I was like, are one-man shows this type of thing? Because I kind of thought they were kind of people doing their life story.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
But they usually focus on some like sad part of it.
Yeah. Well, I saw a show called Dragonfish that was from Denver, and it's a clown show, which is like all like I don't know, 80% of Fringe shows are clown shows.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of undefined. It's a wide spectrum of
can be a trauma
behaviors.
Can be a trauma dump.
And this one technically was, but like the way she did like the sound design and shit, like you don't know what it's about until like halfway through. It was about her like dad who was like abusive, and that's also a big one. Just about
abusive parents, yeah,
or like any complicated parent relationship is a huge Fringe show thing. I'll do one eventually. For sure. But I do feel like sometimes that's like the most significant thing that happens to somebody.
I was at a show at maybe it was a mic at the Elysian Theater. And it's where a lot of like liberal arts, rich white people who are like, I've struggled so much. My parents got a divorce. And I saw a girl say the worst thing that has ever happened in her entire life was finding out her grandma died.
Jesus.
And I was like,
didn't know that was going to happen?
Well, it was like, that's the worst thing that's happened to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, out of all the things that could happen to you, like, I understand being close with your grandma, but
An old person died because they're old.
yeah, it's
it might have been hyperbole too, like that she was trying to illustrate how much it
hurt at the time or something. But it's still like, if that's the worst thing that's happened to you in your life, you must have a pretty fucking great life.
There was a great Office joke. It was Ed Helms, and it was like a camera confessional part, and they were just doing like some team building like competition, and he goes, "This is the hardest thing I've ever gone through. I've had a very easy life."
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of comics because they try to compete. Because some comics' lives were just fucking dumpster fire, abusive.
Yeah, both my parents were heroin addicts, type shit.
Yeah.
So that the comedy attracts that for sure, and then
the rich
they
kids
try to
see that,
compete.
and
that's why I had to stop doing improv because I felt like all improvisers are like parents paid for their college. And then, like, stand-up, by comparison, is just straight-up homeless people screaming on the street corner.
Oh, you just got into Cornell because your dad donated a building. I got into Cornell because I'm smart enough to have a dad who donates buildings to things.
Yo, we have time for just one more segment. And, of course, this is our Jam of the Week.
Oh, this is a great one.
Hell yeah. Oh, this
has got to have some of the worst, horniest comments known to man. Because if you're horny and then you're like, I want to listen to a song about wanting to fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're a demented man.
This is Bad Company with Feel Like Makin Love. Of course, I wanted to say R.I.P. to Mick Ralphs, 81 years old, the guitarist and co-founder of both Mott the Hoople and Bad Company. So legendary. Died I think last week. So I figured pull up a Stone Cold classic here. Of course, this is not my favorite version of the song. My favorite version is from the Chef Aid South Park album where Ned sings it through his trachea robot voice. The Feels Like Making. That one. Fantastic.
Oh, I know. I listened to it many times.
I love our CD that starts off with Chef going, back again for the first time. It's Ozzy Osbourne, Old Dirty Bastard, DMX, and the Crystal Method. You're like, all right, I'm in for this. But this is off of their 1975 album Straight Shooter. This song, stretched across several videos, has 37 million views and about 10,000 comments. And I read every goddamn last one of them. So now, let us dive down into the YouTube comment section for Bad Company's Feel Like Makin Love. First up, Adam Coates. 2 years ago, I turned 62 next week, and this song still gets me rock hard every time.
What the fuck?
Every time I hear it, Bessie runs for cover when it comes on. I assume Bessie is his wife. I hope to God that's his wife. Along similar lines,
I didn't know some people could have some sonic reaction that leads to an erection.
Just like this guy wants to fuck Bad Company.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, there's some of that coming up too for sure. Jerome Hazelwood, along similar lines, 13 years ago. This song kicks major fucking ass. I'm gonna go straight over and fuck the shit out of my old lady. Like, guy, you need to take it down a notch.
I feel like these people are also the same amount of drunk that the other comments normally are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now this guy, you want to talk about someone who's in love with Bad Company? The Heelin' Gypsy, 10 months ago. To the boys and men of the 21st century. This is what real men are like. You can feel their tender male power. Despite those long curls and bell bottoms, this is 100% raw testosterone, and it is authentic.
Despite those long curls and bell bottoms. This is my favorite qualifier ever.
They're dressed kind of funny, but they got big dicks. I just know it.
Hippie guys.
Oh, there's a great one about hippies here. Bearded Barley, 7 years ago. Hippies were the biggest weirdos in the world back then, but, man, they were the sweetest people you could ever meet. The hippies were both magnetic and yet repulsive at the same time. I remember because I was a kid who grew up in the 70s. Strange memories of a small child. So I love that.
It reminds me, I don't think it's talked about enough how much hippies stink.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just not...
I don't even take it as a smell situation. I think it is just oh, look at them, they're so dirty and yet so hot. it's that I think happening here. Judy Clear from 1 year ago. Well, dear, I've seen you and your new brown-haired lady the other day coming down my road. And that's it. And I was just like, that sounds like the beginning of like a great Southern Gothic novel. I need more Judy.
Like, click on my Amazon link.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I would. I'm intrigued. V. Duncan 6 days ago. I was married to my first husband when this came out. He used to try singing it to me. Too bad he was an asshole. Love the song anyway. Still going strong in 2025. I was like, wait. I hope you are not the husband who was an asshole. This one is Vulture 88, 2 years ago. I'm 59. I grew up in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And my music CD lineup in my truck is usually Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. I'm like, all right, cool. Chic. Oh, I like Chic. They're cool. Saturday Night Fever. You're like, okay, yeah, disco's cool. Eric Clapton. You're like, uh-oh. And then he says, the Bible. He's listening to the Bible
fucking
book on tape. One can only hope it's either the James Earl Jones or
I was
Johnny
gonna say
Cash.
he's got to say who fucking reads the Bible.
How fucking long is that audiobook?
I remember. I mean, it's fucking massive. So I think it's several it's like when you buy one of those CD
Is that on
binders.
Spotify now?
I'm sure it is. Yeah, we used to see it at the bookstore back in the day on CD. The James Earl Jones one and the Johnny Cash being the two I was somewhat interested in listening to. This is Paul Cooper 5 months ago. I think I would prefer if you felt like tidying up for a change. I like to think his significant other sent this to him. And he's like, actually, get to cleaning, you fucking lazy asshole. Julia Kimmel from 4 years ago. I don't have no love to make with no one. Get this shit off my phone. Who puts this music on a phone when you don't even request it?
Oh, grandma.
Dude, she opens up YouTube. This started playing. She's like, kill it with fire.
Great song. So good.
It's pretty rare that I have two comments that are not responding to one another, but somehow interacting. This is Ryan Farmer 10 months ago. Jalen Page and me stole Uncle Cody's truck. Jalen Page was putting on rock this morning. Jalen Page was sitting in my blue gaming chair in the back of the tailgate playing Saints Row 4. And a lady playing this makes me tired this morning. And now Jalen Page, she's put on country 101.5 in the new truck. So
right.
I was like, I don't know what is going on exactly, but that's 10 months ago. Shockingly, 4 months ago, Jalen Page enters the chat. And she says, or they say, I heard this in my Toyota Corolla. A young girl put on rock while cutting my hair. I like that there's like inside activities happening in trucks, playing video games, getting haircuts. I heard it in my Aunt Mindy's black Nissan Quest too on 106.9. There was a blanket in the van. I go to Bill's house next week. The young girl will keep Aunt Shelley's Toyota RAV4. I'll bring my car, I guess.
So these are just some straight like pillheads who live in cars on some land.
I think so. And they all keep referencing the same where it's like the young girl cutting my hair, the young girl who's getting the Shelley's Toyota, like
playing Saints Row 4.
There's some recurring characters amongst the two, but it still doesn't make much sense.
Playing video games outside is you're either rich, or you have a handheld console. Yeah. You're rich in like some outdoor pool situation,
screened in porch
where you have a console, or you don't have a place to put it inside because you sleep in a car or a tent, so you have to put it in the bed of a truck, and you can only afford Saints Row 4, not GTA 5.
I feel like if I lived in a town where nothing goes on, we'd drive out into a field and play video games in the back of our truck.
Why not?
Yeah. Oh, no, they used to do that on MTV Cribs. I remember Exhibit called it Hater Vision, where they would have the pickup truck with the TVs in the back of the headrest, so the guys behind you could see it. But then he was like, man, you could just chill in the back of the truck and play fucking PS2.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah. K-March from 4 months ago. To the girl on my grass this morning. I did everything I could not to be a creeper. Jeez. She was only wearing like 2 scarves. I was like, oh God, that's also the start of a Southern Gothic horror novel written from the point of view of an insane killer.
You're only wearing 2 scarves.
That was actually Steven Tyler that was on the line.
Oh, he'd have way more than 2 scarves, though. George Tovic, 2 years ago. I first danced with my object, parentheses, future wife, at a recent reception.
My object.
My object.
Like he meant to say object of my affection.
Maybe.
Just shortened.
It just said, I danced with my object.
Definitely not.
He says, this was only the 4th time we talked. ... But boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, he just thinks she's a sex object. He's barely ever talked to her. Has convinced himself they're in love.
Oh, yeah. Marty Hall, 8 years ago. Uncle Odell was never bad company. He was always my favorite uncle. Dad only told me the ugly portions of his life. Fuck you, Dad. So I like that he's got Uncle Odell. I feel like did some time in prison, and he didn't know he was cool. And now that he's out of prison, he's like, man, my dad was full of shit. This guy gets high with me.
That's like my Uncle Teddy, dude.
Yeah,
he was a heroin addict.
Oh, really?
He was kind of estranged. Yeah.
Oh, really? A strange heroin addict?
Why?
He was actually he ran away for 14 and moved to Haight-Ashbury in like the 60s.
Damn.
He was my great uncle.
Okay.
It's a great time to be a heroin addict.
I was gonna say, I can't beat that. Summer of Love.
He's dead now.
Oh well, what happened?
I mean, he had Hep C from the heroin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Or the free love. I don't know.
Yeah. Tanya Clements from 2 years ago. And by the way, this is Tanya's 3rd appearance on this segment. She was on here a couple weeks ago commenting on Train's Calling All Angels and way back in June of 2021 on ZZ Top's Legs. So let's see what she's up to now. Tanya Clements, 2 years ago. This song is dedicated to my husband, Jimmy. I love you, you sexy, loving angel man. I'm your angel, baby, and current wife. Thank you for filling Jimmy in on the situation.
A legal situation needs to be mentioned.
Yeah, and just to all my exes, I'm only writing you in meaning of having sexual intercourse. Let's get that straight. We will hold a special place in our hearts. P.S. Yahweh, please talk to Jimmy about the offer on the table. He's got a unique wild card, but only pertaining to Michelle. And ultimately to my first true love, Yahweh, the Father.
So they're in some weird wannabe swinging situation.
Yeah, but with God in there
but
too.
With God?
Yes.
You want to have a threesome with God, baby?
What if one of their friends is just named Yahweh?
That would be amazing.
The leader of their cult, maybe, if possible.
Hey, you know what? I never even considered that, but that is perfect. Yeah, Tanya, Jimmy, Michelle, and of course, Yahweh. Got a few more here. Another Michelle. I don't know if this is the one they're talking about, but we'll see. Michelle Hawkins, 2 years ago. The song was playing at a bar back in the 90s when people were not getting along. Some danced and others had a brawl. That was a Missouri thing back then.
You ever go to a bar and not get along?
Yeah.
And you put on some fucking Bad Company.
Anthony Corteau from 1 year ago. It took a king to get here and to get inside undetected. But that's what I did here today. Lacey, you're the first girl I ever looked at after Shannon. I was with Shannon for 25 years. That's dating and married. But you next after her. And you will be the only one. I am going deeper in you, my love, until I've completed the king-queen wedding operation. March 21st, 2024, 2:02 p.m. Country, United States. Just in case you were confused somehow. And finally, this is Mark Reynolds from 7 days ago. There was something about Bad Company. I don't know exactly how to describe it. Bad Company, they didn't have the cinematics. I'm falling short of the right word, of Led Zeppelin, let's say, or the raunchiness of the Stones, or the so-called cultural identity of Santana, but Bad Company was just solid rock and roll. They just nailed it every time. There was, at the time, something predictable, and yet something perfect about the music they made.
This is like the rambling of a drunk guy at a bar you're trying to get away from.
He says, I feel like I'm failing in my praise here. I like that even he is bored with himself. I feel like I'm failing in my praise here, but they were like perfect vanilla ice cream. You know, I love Rocky Road and Spumoni, but perfect vanilla ice cream is also amazing and to be celebrated. And to me, That's what Bad Company was.
Wow, we're going to be reading his articles as a rock journalist very soon.
Yeah.
He's got a way with words.
Killing people with faint praise at the end there. That is Bad Company. Feel Like Making Love, our jam of the week.
Lester Bangs finish, you know.
Tony Bartolone, where can people find you on the internet?
At Tony Bartolone.
Gets me every time.
On Instagram.
Hell
Tony
yeah.
Bartolone on Facebook. I check a little less threads.
Oh, okay.
Fucking.
I was hitting up the threads pretty heavy actually recently.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
I get back into it.
Yeah.
It's where a lot of people post very weird comedy opinions.
Yeah.
That's what got me back into
My
it.
favorite subgenres of comedy. Comedians talking about comedy.
Yeah, I mean, but the funny part is it's like comedians from all over the country. So you're seeing posts from people and they're like, why does every male comic come up and talking about fucking a dog?
Oh,
and you're like, what? I haven't experienced that. And then you look at their profile. Yeah, exactly. Look at their profile and they're from like Eaton, Ohio. And you're like, oh, I guess the comedy scene there could be different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Poor dogs. Of Eden, Ohio. Can I plug?
Plug, yes.
I got a Seed and Spark drop in later this month, so it might
Tell
be.
people what that is.
Seed and Spark is a crowdfunding similar to Kickstarter. So I'm going to shoot a special in the fall, and we're going to try to raise a little budget for it. It's called This Is Art. Follow me on Instagram.
All right, perfect. Sam, where can people find you online?
Sam Harder 666 on Instagram and motherfucking Threads. Slam Harder on Blue Sky. Catch me on YouTube every Thursday at 5.
Hell yeah.
I think I might have helped figure out the streaming issues. I'm going to take a little test stream tomorrow.
All right.
And sometimes you have to do the old uninstall, reinstall YouTube trick.
Okay.
Apparently.
All right. You can find me on all forms of social media at Rivers Langley. You should join the Discord at linktree.com/thegoodspod. Me and Sam are on there chatting it up all day, every day, having a good old time. You should buy a shirt. ProWrestlingTees.com/thegoodspod. Make you look skinny on TV. The best way to support our show, hey, if you're watching this and not just listening, you're already doing it. Patreon.com/thegoodspod. Second best way to support our show, head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave a comment, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude. Because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, Ric Flair's coming to shit in your restaurant. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.